We're here at Boleroville in Scottsdale for the title match of today's JBT event. Both divisions at once. Scratch on your left, Josh Abagania on some kind of roll to start off this new season. He's taking on Seth Stovall for the Scratch division win. That's just a first frame shot for them. Josh looking to win his third event of the season already, while Seth looking to win his first career Scratch division title, or any kind of title. This is high finish before this is a second place finish. Same for that guy who just threw a ball right now. That's Cameron Wyman, also starting the year red hot, third title match of the season already. Taking on the always smiling, always delicate, always gentle Vicky Walker in this title match. The difference is 9. Vicky's got to win by 9 to tie and 10 to win. Cameron, a good job going spare in those first 2 frames. Vicky, to her complete surprise, got by this girl in one semifinal match, as both of them immediately failed arithmetic. Malloy, number 2, also making the top 4 in Scratch. You can see how thrilled he is about that. There you go, that's right. Yeah, I got nothing else to say about that. We're just going to carry on over here. Walker covers up her 5. Neither handicap bowler has a title. This is Vicky's first finals in quite a while. Well, Cameron 0-2 in those 2 previous title matches this season, so he would love to finally finish off one of these things. Seth, the lone remaining Nevadan. It's Nevada versus California over there in the Scratch division. He doesn't have a title yet either. He has a career high finish with us of second place back in Kingman a couple seasons ago. Shot a memorable 300 game last season, however, so he's getting a nice resume going, just wants to add a title to that list. Two-hander both versus one-hander in both divisions as well. As Seth switches to the plastic to cover up that corner pin. Vicky only got 3 on her 3rd frame shot, so
there it is.
Does lose a lot of count, but does cover up the spare. Seth not the only successful Stovall on the weekend. Seth's going to get a plaque, but this young lady won herself a medal playing soccer down in the valley as well, so that'll be a happy car ride back to Sin City tonight. Oh! Not as happy opening 3 frames. If he misses that, he'll go open, spare, open. And the way Abagania is bowling these days, that's not a particularly good idea. So, Lyman in the 3rd. We're going to have to tell you a little something about that ball after he finishes his next shot. Seth gives the 4-9 a decent attempt. So in case you think, gee, you know what, I think I've seen that bowling ball before. 23 seasons ago?
Yes, sir.
This guy, Cameron's dad, Matt Jones, used that ball to fire the first 300 game in a title match in JBT history. That is the ball. I think he's had a grip change since then, but it's the same piece of equipment. 8 more 300 games in title matches since then. The last one was Hunter just a couple weeks ago in New Mexico. And it's still throwing strikes 2.5 decades later. Reneviers Brooklyn in that 300 game?
No.
All
no,
flush?
Sir. All flush on Woodlands too.
That's right. Tempe Village, right?
New York.
Vicky being cheered on by her college teammates. Right below me there, that's little Corinne and Emily and Matthew. Corinne rocking the season 26 hoodie. We love them. Get yours today. Reserve yours today. Josh, a winner yesterday, looking to sweep the weekend. He continues to add accolade after accolade over here.
Yes.
Girls scratch over a while ago. Yesterday was a Caitlin battle. Today it was a Mackenzie battle as Theophilus defeated Paige by 1 pin over in girls scratch. U17 still to come. Poor Mr. Padilla has been waiting in the wings for the last 6 hours over there for his U17 match. He'll play Josh in that, as Josh is doing the old refuse to lose thing right now. Oh, Walker misses that spare and is infuriated. 2 matches ago, she was giving me the old, I can't beat those million pins of handicap. She did. 1 match ago, she was utterly convinced she blew it and threw her shoe halfway down the lane. She didn't. And here she is playing for the win, but so far so good for Wyman, and he's clean with the double here working. And he's the one getting the pins too, so good start. Good break getting that 9 pin out and leaving a much easier spare for him. Josh with that great basic well-practiced game, nothing flashy about it. Generally right around the track area, but just repeats shot after shot after shot. Stick a dime down there at 40 feet, I bet he runs over it more times than not. Switches balls to a low surface friction ball and doesn't climb back the hill to get that 3 pin on this Broadway lane condition, and the first mistake in the match comes in the 5th. Well, everything had been going Soval's way as far as carry the last couple of games. That's not happening right now, right when he needs it the most. As he's going to back up a 4-9 with a 2-8-10, and that's a nasty feeling as a bowler when the high hit doesn't carry. You come back and get the ultimate penalty on the light hit. A lot of these two-hander kids can do backup balls these days. I don't know if Seth can. I don't know his game as well. It's the way to make it if you can do that. My wrists don't go that way. Oh, I guess this doesn't either. So get the 2. You never know if that comes into play later. Wyman leads by 15 plus the 9 that he's getting, so a 24 pin lead, which he'll keep if he spares up that 6. Big thanks to Jennifer and the whole team here, Via Linda, for hosting us. Big old 40-laner up in Scottsdale. Jennifer basically says, here's my bowling alley for the weekend, do what you need to do, and that's a great feeling as a tournament director, so we appreciate that. Cameron, no problem at his 5 pin, and now Seth's got a 2-4-8 to deal with. At least he's got the 10 out of that one. At least something he can spare.
Come on, there it is. Come on.
Oh! No love for Walker in the 6th. That shot crashes the head pin and leaves the essentially unmakeable. Getting good advice from Corinne to just get that one. Again, you never, especially in the handicap division, you just never know when that extra pin account ends up coming into play when you don't expect it to. So she does get that 1 pin out of it. Nicely done.
Give me another drink. Give me a good shot here. You got this. Give me a good shot. Give me a good shot.
Corinne, the one doing the coaching, won the 26 jackpot earlier today. She won 25 twice last year, so she likes that raffle game that we do. Abaganya clean through 4, gives him a big early lead. Pretty good shot with that sort of high flush 7. No! Kind of bad luck from Walker. Vicky and Seth are going to go to the bar and have a root beer right now, as neither one of them are getting any carry whatsoever. I think he might have gone to the well a couple too many times, but a lot of game left. 5 frames is actually more than 60% of a game when you add in that 10th frame, so still plenty of time for a comeback. But gee, Josh just passing every test we've thrown at him so far this year. One on a slightly easier pattern, one on a very tough pattern out at Forest. This one played trickier than the paper said it would. That's, you know, that's why it's a piece of paper and not an actual lane condition. It's a suggestion. Scoring was actually lower today on a slightly higher ratio pattern. See that great mechanics, fantastic follow through. His follow through looks a lot like his sister's follow through actually, where they snap that elbow and the arm almost touches the back of his shoulder. That's on line and following through to the target. It's pocket every time. Tough cluster spare for Cameron and doesn't get that 6-pin out, so that's his second open in 3 frames. A little bit of struggle from both bowlers now, but he had that early good part of the game, so he still has himself a 31-pin advantage with just 3 frames to go. When you're a competitor and you finish second, it feels like you finished last instead of the second best person in the tournament. I know those runner-up finishes have been eaten at them.
I think we should have.
Alright, out of trouble.
Pop liked it. Did get that 2-pin out of it? Yeah. You know, you got scratch and handicap bowlers crossing over the top of each other. You got some people throwing a sandblasted urethane in the middle of the lane for some reason. Cameron's trying to throw his on the outside, where probably some 60 average bowler threw a white dot earlier. So you just it gets. What I'm saying is, it usually gets really squirrely on the lane by the end of a JBT event, and he whiffs that fairly easy spare. And if Vicky has any opportunity to win this tournament, she must take advantage of that mistake right here. Seth just wants a spare at this point, and woof! Actually gets one.
Come on, ball.
Not able to find the head pin.
Right here. It's fair.
She's got to keep her chin up. She still has a chance in this match. She's lives and dies by the emotion. Just to try and keep it in check here. Match play competition. You don't got to score high. You just got to win.
Alright, fair. Alright.
That's a nice spare.
There you go.
That's Seth saying, gee whiz.
I know you can.
Find me a look. The nice thing about a 2-pin is you can sort of use this as a tester shot for your next strike ball in this lane. You get a good feel of something else. Oh, and Walker throws her best shot of the match. Solid 9, and you don't really need to narrate much when Vicky's bowling. She can, I'll just be quiet, and she can tell you exactly what's going on in the lane. Tour rolls on to San Diego next week, Vegas in 2 weeks, and Denver, Colorado in 3 weeks for our first visit up there. Must have the spare, of course, and she does. She can max out for 165, which I think would force 1 out of 2 marks from Cameron. Allegheny stayed clean, but he hasn't catched the string of strikes that would have put Stovall away, so he's still got to perform as well. Oh, and man, this time it's his turn to catch a break. He gets the Brooklyn strike. Oof. Boy, oh boy. A mile wide. There have been a decent amount of gutter balls today. That would have been wouldn't have been the worst time because he's on an open, but he leaves just about the best thing you possibly could leave when you hit the pins at that point. It's the old 1-2. See if Josh can capitalize on that Brooklyn. You bet. Dead flush that time. Cameron does have the spare, and he is close now, guys.
Alright, shot right here.
Get it! There! Finally! My goodness. Kind of a nonplussed look on his face for finally getting that first strike on a pretty wicked messenger. He's still got room for 192 in this game. It is not over by any stretch. I think good count here, does it? Oh boy, that's left. Well, it is a pretty good count.
Okay, pick it up.
So 7 out is 151, and he gets 9, right, for 160. He still needs to spare this to lock it up. Now, Seth unable to capitalize, and that body language tells the story too, doesn't it? Well, listen, this is going to be his career high scratch finish to match that second in handicap. Spare for a title. Oh no, he chops that off. That's a very choppable leave. He finishes at 153 plus the 9 he's getting for 162. For Vicky Walker to steal this away, she needs 28 pins here in the 10th frame. Must double and get 8. Anything less, Cameron wins. That's a good shot. Doesn't climb the hill, and Cameron Wyman wins. Title number 1. It has been a quick ascension for Wyman. And the 2 runner-up finishes before this stung, and it does the direct opposite right now as he is beside himself. Oh, there's that smile. There it is. Oh, there goes the shoe. Look out. Oh, Vicky. Says it all about match play competition right there, doesn't it? Still a great finish for her, whether she thinks so or not. We think so. Matthew, Corinne, and Emily have their work cut out for them in the next 45 minutes or so. Good luck to you 3. And Josh, his 3-bagger over there, is going to salt away a dream weekend for him, as he won scratch in U17 yesterday, and he pockets scratch again. It is Planet Abagana, and we are all just visitors. Wow. Turn that Brooklyn into going off the sheet. He'll be in the 230s. That was a good score today. 290, the high game of the day. Mikey McQuiston had that. A couple other 270s, then really not much. Anywhere today, you had to work hard to string them, and he does. And all of a sudden, he finds himself a 3-time winner. Back 6 for 237. He's quiet. He's deadly this season. Oh, we're getting used to this shot as well. The Abagana family tackle. We get a shot of this. Siblings who don't hate each other, apparently. Isn't it lovely? You two get along? You get along with Seth? No, heck no. All right. Ooh, that's gone. Let's go. Didn't that clear the wall?
No.
I just thought it went out, not a ground rule. Yeah, he thought it went out. He's a pro baseball player. He thought it went out. Now, does that mean he can't score?
I think so.
Well, now, hang on a sec. Oh, well, yes. Oh, that's right, bowling tournament. Make your spare, Seth. Thank you, Seth. Seth doesn't want to hear it right now, but he bowled great all day. There it is. Exactly. And JBT Bowlers and Parents, we still have our U17 match to go between Josh and Caesar. But in our main divisions, we are all wrapped up. In the handicap division, your runner-up today, she's entertaining and she bowled great. Give her a hand, Vicky Walker. Your scratch division runner-up is going to get that first win real soon if he bowls like that. He was great all day too, Seth Stovall. Champions of today's JBT event in the scratch division. He remains red hot. He sweeps the weekend for now his third career JBT title, the talented Joshua Abaganya. And in the handicap division, he had a couple close calls earlier, but comes through today for his very first career JBT title, Cameron Wyman. And the second career JBT title for the Black Turbo, thrown by that guy 23 years ago. Stick around if you can and cheer on our U17 folks. If not, safe travels. We'll see you soon.